Hear that sound over there? That's the generator. Now pretty soon, not much longer, I'm hoping this week, we won't need that anymore. But right now, before I can finish with the solar, I need to put doors on our shed. Because I don't want rain coming in, hitting all that equipment. So gonna keep the rain out. So what we decided to do for the shed is make double doors. And I'm making these doors out of a combination of plywood and 2x4s. I think that should give it a good structural rigidity. I think it'll turn out real nice. As you can see, it's a pretty simple design. I just cut my plywood to the size of the opening of the shed. Save splitting that in half for the double doors. And then I cut my 2x4s to the size of the plywood, and I'll just fasten it using wood glue and screws. Now normally when working with wood glue, I'd want to clamp this down, but I don't really have the resources right now to try and clamp this down real tight. So I'm going to glue it and then screw it. So now that I got those pieces attached, I'm going to do the same to this side, and then it's time for the final piece. I'll show you what that's all about. So for my final trick here with the door, that's going to make 2 angle boards going across the front of my door here. I laid them out, and then I'm just going to find the angles at the corners and then make those cuts on the miter saw. Let's see how it turns out. So now that I got the door assembled, I'm about to mount it. I'm being joined here today by Crew, always a vital member of our team. He's going to give me a hand today. I know it's just a simple project with doors, but it's actually been taking me a little bit longer because the monsoons are here. It's been raining a lot, and I'm just trying to fit multiple projects in at the same time, trying to get these things all done. So I'm going to put the doors up real quick because this is going to be paramount to finishing up the solar project. Without doors on here, just water's just going to start pouring in, and you don't want that. And just a quick update on the shed. Let me show you what's going on. So Jessica's been hard at work here finishing up the walls. She's just been kind of painstakingly going over and just smoothing them out, filling them out so that they're perfectly even with the boards. And it's just a really nice finishing job on the inside. Even though this is going to get covered up with plywood on the eventually, when we're mounted things on there, it'll just make it a lot easier. And she is just about done with this side. She's almost halfway done with this side. She's just rocketing through here. Maybe give it another week or so, and then she will have the rest of this shed done. She is doing an amazing job out here. Just phenomenal work. Because I'm installing double doors on this shed, I am going to be going with 3 hinges, top, middle, bottom, just because there's so much weight on these doors They're heavy, very sturdy doors. So 3 hinges. Luckily, I had some hinges lying in the shipping container that I just took apart from a previous build, and they should do for what I want to do here. All right, I'm gonna put these up. I'm gonna put these up, and then Peter should be back here in a little bit, and then he's gonna help me. He's gonna help me mount these things. You're about to see Cruise Love for Peter firsthand here. He's gonna absolutely freak out when Peter gets out of the car. Look at that, tail's already wagging. Tail's already wagging in anticipation. According to crew, Pete can't get here fast enough. Look at this. The happiest he's been all day. Look at this. So I've already measured where I want the hinge to go. Then I put the hinge up there and marked out exactly where I want to drill. Now I'm going to put these things up. So it's time to mount the doors, and ran into a little issue. I think I was going to use shims to raise the door up a little bit so it's not dragging along the bottom. But the thing is, it's going to be, these doors are going to actually open outward. So I took a little measurement from the ground up, and I want it to sit maybe just slightly above the boards, maybe about like a ½ an inch or so. So I needed about 4.5 inches worth of height. And I was thinking, you know what's 4.5 inches? 3 2x4s stacked together. So I got my 2x4s here. I'm going to rest the door on here while I attach it to my hinges. And it should be good. So the 2x4s on the bottom worked pretty good. And then with Pete's help, we just rested it up on there. We used some shims to get the door even, and it's working pretty good. This side works really well. This side's a little tight. That's not too bad. I might sand it a little bit down the bottom, and then I think this will slide real nice. It's looking pretty good. For the last thing I'm just gonna do is just add a couple handles, put a latch so it'll stay put, and then and this project's done. It's ready to go. And we're probably gonna want to paint it eventually too. Protect it from the elements a little bit better than just the raw wood. So we'll just start by attaching the swivel hasp. Just gonna mark out where this thing goes, then drill away. So that is basically it. Okay, so now I am on the shady spot of the shed. Just getting out of the sun. But that's it. The shed doors are now on, ready to go. They're functional. Now I can put the solar equipment. Not worrying about rain coming in, blasting the all the equipment. We're all set. Thanks. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe because I got to show you the stuff on the solar. I'm about to hook up the wiring. It should be interesting, to say the least. And feel free to make any comments down below. We want to hear what you have to say. And as always, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter just for more regular updates on what we're doing out here. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.